up, Tampa Bay Buccaneer fans, NFL fans? This is former Buccaneers defensive tackle James Cannida, and this is Game's Pewter Perspective. Before we get started, please make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you know that every time that we're dropping brand new content. So, we knew the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were in the market for a quarterback, that Kyle Trask was the only quarterback on the roster. So today the Buccaneers made a move that a lot of people have been talking about for a little while, and that is the addition of Baker Mayfield. Now, a lot of people aren't crazy about the name Baker Mayfield, but at the same time, not a horrible pickup. And even last year when Tom Brady first announced his retirement, I asked the question, should the Buccaneers pursue Baker Mayfield? Because it was said then that Cleveland was going to let him go. In a nutshell, we all know that he did not come to Tampa. He went to Carolina. Brady came back in the middle of the year last year. Carolina let him go. He ended up being signed with the Los Angeles Rams. And Baker Mayfield didn't do too bad. Here's some of his plays from last year.
3rd and 5. Mayfield's going to run it. Touchdown.
There's still a little wiggle there for Baker. He might be able to get the job done.
Mayfield backpedaling, wide open is his man, Anderson.
Baker Mayfield was the #1 overall pick when he came out. And statistically, he's had some okay numbers since being in the NFL. Over 16,000 yards passing, 102 touchdowns, 64 interceptions, a little high, but an overall QBR rating of 86.5. Well, I know some people wanted a bigger name quarterback, but a lot of those quarterbacks that were up are now gone and off the market. You know, Carr's going to New Orleans, Jimmy G to the Raiders. Sam Darnold went out to be a backup in San Francisco, more than likely. Don't know what's going to happen with Lamar Jackson, but that asking price was going to be too high. So in a nutshell, the Buccaneers did what they thought was necessary to bring in some competition for Kyle Trask. I did have one person reach out to me and say, James, can you really believe we did this? You know, the guy is a distraction in the locker room. And while, you know, he got a lot of bad rap in Cleveland about what he was in the locker room, this is what someone had to say when he was in Cleveland. Baker Mayfield was often viewed as childish and immature. His behavior annoyed his teammates. He divided the locker room, and he was difficult to coach. You know, a lot of this came out and was said about him after he left or at the end when they knew he was going to leave. But the Los Angeles Rams had a different picture of Baker Mayfield. They said that he was a constant pro, that he handled things well, and he was awesome to have around. Needless to say, there's going to be a split amongst Buccaneer fans, but if the organization believed that this is who they needed to bring in to be competition for Kyle Trask, so be it. Like I said, 1 year deal. The maximum amount the deal could be worth is $8.5 million, and that's with incentives. It's a base salary of $4 million. It doesn't come in and hurt your cap, but you get a quarterback that's got a little bit of wiggle, can run around, doesn't know. I don't know how, you know, big the arm is for those downfield passes to Evans and Godwin. But, you know, I believe it works for what we're going to do. Hey, Buccaneer fans, let me know in the comments below. Are you happy about this signing? Are you mad about this signing? Or do you even think that Baker Mayfield will last an entire season with the Buccaneers? Needless to say, I still believe that Kyle Trask is the guy to go with this year, but only time will tell. Hey, until next time, thank you for tuning in. And as always, I appreciate you. Peace.